All right, taking the Cub out today. It's been about a month since I had it out last. Been a lot of cold weather. Also had an engine issue the last time. I think I had carburetor icing going on. Also had a concern that maybe the fuel tank vent caps froze. Thank you. Yeah, so I kind of thought that it was carburetor icing, but it's one of those phantom things where you really don't know for sure. The other concern was maybe the vent caps on the fuel tank had frosted over. There's some very small holes there, and when the tank's half empty, you can get some moisture in that tank, and as it gets drawn through the vacuum,
Laconia traffic 488 Bravo Alpha, final 26 Laconia.
You can create a low pressure in the tank and cause some frost if there's moisture air in that tank and it was only half full. That might have sealed up the small vent holes associated with the fuel caps on this aircraft. That's another theory. There was no damage to the fuel tanks, and there was no issue with the engine after I landed. But had the mechanic take a look at it and put some new vent cap gaskets on. Laconia traffic, so we're going to be departing 26, close traffic, Laconia.
Tango Sierra devrait atterrir à Québec dans 20 minutes, 26 minutes. And Tango Sierra, on est à Falcon 50.
Sounds like we're getting some folks from Canada in there, some French. I'd head down toward Rattlesnake, and you can see there's a kind of a lead there, just a kind of patchwork of, looks like it's frozen over, but looks like it might be thin there. Just kind of follows the shoreline south. But other this kind of area just below my nose at 12 o'clock, most of the lake looks frozen from what I can see today. Not surprising, we've had some really cold weather lately. Off my right is Gunstock. I'm going to turn back toward the north here. Right off my nose is Long Island. Back behind me is Wolfboro's all frozen in. That looks pretty solid today, except for maybe the spot right off my 10 o'clock that looks a little bit suspicious. Definitely a thin spot there for sure. Kind of circle around a little bit so people can see it. Alright, there's Long Island right off by about 11 o'clock. You can see over here off the northwest side of Long Island, kind of a triangular area that looks a little suspicious. Looks like it's frozen over, but probably a thin layer. Now there's an area there that looks a little suspicious. Definitely iced over, but it's definitely thin. Interesting pattern there on the water or on the ice. Kind of riffles. There's over toward Trexler's Marina, Long Island Bridge. Going north toward Center Harbor. All frozen there. Lake is definitely frozen. Bear Island out there. Ron Bay over there. Patterns on the ice really look kind of cool today. Center Harbor looks all frozen. Definitely better than a week ago. I was out here, not even a week ago, maybe Thursday. And there was open water on the lake out in the middle of it. Today it's all frozen over. Wouldn't trust it out in the middle, but there's the Mount Washington ship in Center Harbor. Bomb's all frozen over. Pretty much everything's frozen over now. Yeah, so about a month ago, doing some laps in the pattern and had a major reduction in engine power on my second takeoff. Just pitched the nose over, threw in the flaps, brought it down on the runway. Fortunately, it all went well. It's about 1,000 foot of runway still left over. I got up about 100 feet before that engine power kind of died on me. And we really think it was associated with carburetor icing. The conditions were right for it. I typically don't use carb heat in the pattern, but going forward I'm going to. Particularly when I think there's any suspected conditions out that might be a problem. In general, Pipers, you don't have to worry about that.
Charlie Mike is left downwind 26, full stop.
At least you don't have to worry about it as much as you do in, let's say, a Cessna 172 carburetor aircraft. There, once you get around below the green line on the jack, I think it's roughly around 2100 RPM, you put in the carb heat all the time. But in Pipers, at least the Piper Warrior, Piper Archer that I've flown in this Super Cub, traditionally don't use it unless I need it. I think there's a condition. Going to change my rules there a little bit. And when I think it's right for conditions, I'm going to do more than just do a 3-second check, which is what I normally do with the carb heat when I'm getting back in the pattern. But when I'm in the pattern, I traditionally haven't. Going forward, that's what we're doing. Coming up on Meredith here. Lake Waukewan's all frozen. I could see a few snowmobilers down there. I'll go down here a little bit. Altitude, get a little closer. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, 7 of them. Snowmobilers out here. A lot of bob houses out here. Waukewan over in Meredith, they're getting ready for pond hockey. You can see they're working on the ice. Quite a few bob houses out there as well. Yeah, they're preparing the ice, plowing it off, snow blowing it off, it looks like. You can see the bob houses and ice fishermen out there. I think Wednesday we're supposed to get to 16 below Fahrenheit. It's going to be a cold one. We've had quite a few cold days this past couple weeks. So Lake Winnisquam off my nose here and kind of working its way south. That's again all frozen. Looks like some snowmobile trails out there. Not a lot of snow on the ice. Off my 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock is Paugus Bay out in the distance, all frozen over there as well. But just beautiful to get out here today and get a chance to fly. Get to enjoy the winter months as well as the summer, fall, and spring here. And off my 2, 3 o'clock or so, it's all Paugus Bay. It's all iced up other than where the bubblers are, where the docks are. Big swath right there at the Wares Beach Bridge. Looking out here at Governor's Island at my 1 o'clock. Osprey Mountains off my nose. I can see Chicora out in the distance. So there is where's, well, you can't really see it, it's right underneath me. Probably do a 180 here and we'll come back into it. Very interesting patterns on the water. Or I should say ice. Laconia traffic, Super Cub 816 Whiskey Romeo, 3 miles to the north inbound for 26 Laconia. So hopefully you liked this video, found information on the lake here useful today, particularly you ice fishermen. If so, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I come out with my next video.